Excerpt from a letter written to my wife Pat from Toledo Museum of Art on the 6th day of the first glass blowing workshop on March 29th, 1962. I started it on Wednesday, and I say the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, we have been working from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have been blowing some high temperature glass and doing pretty well. Everybody has blown something fairly good by now, although we haven't been able to keep anything because our annealing oven was too hot. We were using it to preheat the pots before we loaded them with a batch of chemicals. So our pieces were either melting or cracking in the oven. Because of the annealing oven and because the pots we were melting the glass in were too small, we are rebuilding the kiln today. We got some glass marbles from Mr. Lubino, the inventor, enough so we'll be able to use the whole floor of the kiln to melt the glass in. This way we'll be able to melt enough glass for 2 days of blowing that we'll probably have to work in shifts. Friday and Saturday we'll be working on finishing techniques. This morning we went over to the museum to look at the glass collection. Yesterday we looked at the American glass, and today we looked at the world history of glass. It was quite evident that the collection of glass at Cornell is not Phoenician. Cornell College had a little glass case about that wide and 5 foot high, and it had probably 20 or 30 pieces of ancient glass. I'm sure it was all Roman, but after looking at it, I said Phoenicians weren't glass producers, they were primarily traders of glass. And I think the little note card in the case at Cornell had a little description of the glass, and I think it said that the Phoenicians had discovered the art of melting glass when one of their fires on the beach melted the sand into glass, which I thought was quite original way of getting glass started on the beach.
Yeah, that's Pliny's story.
Yeah.
A lot of people refer to that as the beginning of making glass.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
but I say most of the pieces are probably late Roman, 3rd or 4th century A.D. Of the 3 curators that we've been with in the museum, the curator of ancient glass was the least interested in what we are doing. The week is not going as fast as I expected since we are putting in 13-hour days. Monday and Tuesday we charged the glass or melted it from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. when we'd start blowing. We would blow it until 9 or 10 when the glass would be all gone. Then we'd turn the kiln off and let it cool overnight. Mr. Lubino came in yesterday afternoon to see how we were coming. We had just started blowing, so he tried some glass and did the best yet. He tried blowing long neck bottles, which are the easiest shapes to make. He would start with a gob of glass that is long and narrow and then start a bubble down it. Next he would swing the blowpipe to stretch the bubble out into a long neck. Then he would blow again to form the bulb on the end. I tried several like this, and I got one that was decent, but it broke in the annealing oven. While we were waiting for more glass to melt, we went out for supper with Mr. Lubino and Norm Schulman to a Hungarian restaurant near the museum. I had tenderloin tips with Hungarian noodles that were delicious. Mr. Lubino was telling jokes all through the meal. He's quite a sense of humor. Continued Thursday p.m. Last night when Clayton and I got back from supper, we started blowing and didn't quit until 4 a.m. when John Stevenson came in to blow. We didn't get much accomplished, but I learned a lot. We just got back to the museum at 2:30 p.m. One of the women of the group, Edith Franklin, is blowing right now, and she's doing pretty good. She has kept 2 or 3 pieces today. I did some things last night that I kept. If they were annealed okay, I might be able to bring them home. They've been all right so far. I put the pieces in the chamber over the kiln when I finished them, and they're still there unbroken. If we have enough glass, and we should, because Harvey just went for more, Clayton and I will probably blow all night again tonight. It's 75 degrees today, just beautiful. We're working in the garage behind the museum and have the overhead door open people are wandering in to see what we're doing.
Wow. Now, I didn't follow exactly the sequence of days. This letter was written on which day?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. And you said?
Let's see, I said the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Now, I started it on Wednesday, and I finished it, and then Clayton and I blew all night Wednesday night. And then I finished it Thursday.
Okay. So Monday and Tuesday was batching the handmade crucibles.
Right.
Wednesday must have been the day you went for marbles.
Right.
Wednesday night you blew all night.
Yeah. Thursday all day everybody blew.
And then everybody blew Thursday
Clayton and I
Friday.
were supposed to blow that night, but I think we went out to dinner and had a few drinks and decided we couldn't blow glass.
Yeah.
And then.
Okay. So the story that the glass was impossible to blow on Monday and Tuesday is false.
Yes.
We know that from the letter.
Yeah.
But it wasn't ideal, and it wasn't enough for you guys to, I mean, if that had been the only source,
Yeah.
this whole glass activity thing would have been very slow. Well, Tom, as always, my great pleasure. I love talking with you and chatting, and
you stimulate my reminiscing wonderfully.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.